Hello, this is Barney with Russell Real Estate, and today I wanted to go over two articles, both with the same topic essentially. So the first one is from Keeping Current Matters. The title is Reasons Your Home May Not Be Selling. And basically what it says is when it comes to selling your house, you want three things. To sell it for the most money you can, of course, to sell it within a certain amount of time, so you don't want it to basically drag on forever, and to do it with the fewest amount of hassle, so the best terms for you. And overall, where we are today in Northeast Ohio, it's the second week in July, and it's still a very strong seller's market. And typically, when we see houses not selling in today's market, there are a few factors to think about. So, Keeping Current Matters breaks it down. They have three factors that they mention. And then I actually published an article yesterday that has five factors. So I'll go over that as well. The first one is from Keeping Current Matters is the limited access. So basically, if you are only allowing showings during certain days or certain times of the day, then you're just going to limit your exposure, because some people, they work odd jobs. Maybe they're working as a nurse even, and they're, working from 7 to 7 sometimes. And if you are limiting when people can see the house, it's not going to work for everybody. So you're limiting your buyer pool there. The second reason why your home may not be selling is that it's priced too high. This is always something that I point out, because pricing plays a pivotal role whenever you're selling your house. You can price it too low, but chances are, if you're pricing it really low, you're going to see a multiple offer situation where people are driving that price up. If you price it at market value, that's probably more realistic. It's the best case scenario where you're not having to leave your house all the time because there's 150 showings because you priced it too low. So that is probably the ideal scenario. But if you price it too high, you're actually, again, you're going to be limiting your buyer pool, because buyers in today's market, they are pretty smart. They have, been online. They've seen what houses are typically priced at. And if you're just pricing your home way, way too high, they're not even going to schedule a showing. So don't price it too high. It can significantly impact your home sale, because while you are trying to maximize your profit, that's not how it works. Basically, Jeff Tucker, a senior economist at Zillow, says sellers who price and market their home competitively shouldn't have a problem finding a buyer. But if you do price it too high, the home sits on the market for weeks or months on end, and eventually you're going to have to chase that market down by doing price decreases to get your house back in front of buyers again. Because unless you're taking it off the market and relisting it, realistically, buyers aren't going to see your house other than when you first put it on the market, or when you first do a price decrease. So the longer a house sits on the market, the longer buyers are going to wonder what's wrong with this house. And then lastly, if it's not freshened up before a listing, you want to have the best first impression that you can possibly make. The first impression is actually with photography. So that's why I like curb appeal, and that's why I like using professional photographers. If your listing agent is taking pictures with their phone, honestly, it's doing you a disservice. In 2020 and 2021, they probably could have gotten away with that just because the market was so hot. But really, you're paying them a good amount of money to basically present your home in the best light possible so you can get the best price and the best terms possible. And if they're not using a professional photographer, it doesn't look good, because that is going to be your first impression. Of course, then you need to make sure that your home is show ready for when people do come into the house. Because again, that first portion, when people are looking online, that's going to determine if they want to even schedule a showing. But once they're at the house, what's their impression? Does it smell like dog? Is it really dirty? Does it smell like smoke? There are different things that could really turn off certain buyers, especially if they're more sensitive or if they have allergies. So make sure that you clean it as best you can. You freshen it up, whether that's on the outside with the curb appeal, throwing new mulch down, having it mowed, trimming back trees, stuff like that. Um, and then inside, ideally, everything would be decluttered. Possibly even a fresh coat of paint would be nice. So those are things that will definitely help make a good first impression. But those are the three reasons from Keeping Current Matters why your home may not be selling. What I ended up writing and posting yesterday was unlocking the mystery for why your house isn't selling, and this was more geared toward FSBOs, so people who are trying to sell their home on their own. Overpricing, I think, is the most important part. So that's the main reason why houses don't sell in today's market. After that, poor property presentation. Again, that goes back to the first impressions. How do your photos look? Curb appeal, interior aesthetics. After that, it falls kind of on the real estate agent, or if, in this case, where I was presenting it to for sale by owners, are you marketing it correctly? For FSBOs, typically they're very limited because they can only put it on, a FSBO site, or Zillow has a different area for sale by owners, but you're not getting maximum market exposure. When I list a home on the MLS and going out to all these different IDX feeds, basically it's going to hundreds and hundreds of websites. You're seeing that big sign in the yard. We don't use the dinky little signs or anything like that. We have a big sign. We have our open houses. We utilize a ton of different things. We have retargeting campaigns. So what is your real estate agent doing to market your home? Location and surrounding factors, obviously, you can't pick up and change where your house is located. So that's why when you're looking to buy, I also keep in mind location, just because unless you're buying in an area that's up and coming, you can't really do much about that. And then lastly, market conditions. You can't control what's going on with the interest rate environment or anything like that. Interest rates have been rising pretty rapidly over the past 18 months. And the higher interest rates go, the less affordable the house becomes. So it's knocking out and knocking down your available potential buyers there. So that's stuff that we can't control, but it is something that you have to keep in mind, because say interest rates get to 8%, for example, at a certain point, if you want to sell your house, you may have to lower that price to make it an affordable entry point for so many buyers then. So that's basically what we're looking at as far as why your house may not be selling. If you have any questions, if you live in the Northeast Ohio area, I primarily serve Cuyahoga County, Medina County, Summit, and Lorain. I do go into Wayne County, Ashland County, Lake County, stuff like that too, but those are the main areas that I do serve. I'd be happy to talk with you, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest. And if you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, have a great day.